think about it, the importance of educating young women, but it's also important that we play a role in changing the world into which they enter.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that in the process of recruiting your girls, that you are in many ways changing that culture. What have you seen in terms of the attitudes of parents and the attitudes of your village as you've carried this work forward?
It's been amazing for me to just walk through from the day that I would sit down with men and tell them I want to build a school for girls, and them telling me maybe we should start a school for boys first, to changing that mindset of, it took time. It took a lot of sitting down and understanding, and but I think what I have realized is that we had a common thing that we all understood and we all agreed is that education. Yeah. Education is important. So that was my entrance to the community. And at first they didn't know what I meant by saying girls are not being cut.
Interesting.
And then, they're not getting married before they finish school, and they thrive and they choose when to want to be married. Not like we're going to dictate when you're going to be married, who you're going to be married to. I want that to be the girl.
Their choice.
Their choice. And they're being patient. But I think the success that we've done, I think the very first time when we did our national examination in 8th grade and we were at the top in the county that we are in, and everybody was like, that's a girls' school that's doing that good.
So you outperformed everybody.
Yes, we outperformed boys.
Yes.
and that was for the very first time we're sending girls to the top national schools. And I think everybody said, wow, so our girls are actually capable.
Right.
And they started thinking that, let's give them the opportunity. And we've grown. I mean, now sending our girls to university, it's just been really growing with them. And through that process, it's been learning and knowing that, actually FGM is not good, because the moment the girl goes through FGM, first, she's going to drop out of school because she's marriageable now. And then second, it's going to be, she's seen as a woman, not a child. And that brings a lot of issues, because sexual violence is very high, rape is very high, because you're a woman, you're not a child anymore.
Right.
So they started sinking that in, and when girls go through those traumatizing situations, it's very difficult for them to concentrate in class. Yeah. And so now the parents are like, we're backing off. Kakenya, you do your thing, empower your girls.
I mean, it's
and it took time, but we will end FGM. I mean, I am definitely invested in that, and I know that the girls that I'm investing in, they will end that practice. Yeah. They will grow without it.
It's wonderful. It's really creating this whole population of girls, but their families.
Their families.
Who have said, okay, we're not going to do FGM.
Their sisters.
And their sisters.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful.
Yes.
I think the other thing that I take from your work, which is so important, is that you have worked within the traditional structures to change culture. You've what you've done is quite revolutionary, but you've done it in a way that has been in many ways embraced. Did you have a sense that this was going to be successful? I mean, how did you get a sense of how to work within your community in this way?
I was really determined to always bring the people within the community to be part of the project, because I didn't want it to be about me.
Right.
I really wanted it to be about my mothers. I wanted it to be about the fathers. I wanted it to be people in the community driving it. Because, I mean, anything can happen to me and I can disappear. So if you don't empower the community to own it and to run it, then you lack the risk of making it sustainable. So I think for me, I would tell them, this is your thing. Like, I would go for meetings. This is yours. It's not mine. I want to help you. I want to help you shape the future. This is for your children. And it took a long time, but people came together, and I always told them I would be respectful. And I kept that. And of course, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I thought I would just disappear. But I was very respectful of the elders. I am up to now. I mean, when I go home, I do what they require. I mean, if it's bowing and saying hi to them, that's fine. I will stand a distance, that's fine. Because those are not things that will hurt me or anything. Right. But you need to change those that are the culture that is bad
Right.
and keep the ones that are good. And because I knew it so well, kind of because I grew up there and lived it, it helped me.
Right.
It helped me. Because there are cultures that we need to celebrate. We shouldn't get rid of so many, all of them.
Absolutely, because
Yes.
the culture, the good parts of the culture is strengthening.
Yeah.
It's what helps
Yeah.
to sustain us.
Exactly.